And what about this feedback form and attendance form? Devika, inform about that also.
The principal ma'am has joined, so we can start the program. I would like to welcome the students, teachers, and faculty here. Everybody's arrived on a Sunday. The resource persons have taken time after a very long work week, and I'm really grateful that all of you are here. Our principal ma'am has also joined, and even as the air of Delhi hangs heavy with pollutants, it has become even more imperative for us to ask about the social costs and benefits of how we go about our work, businesses, and celebrations. The world today is faced with new challenges: pandemics, climate change, social divisions, poverty, disadvantage, financial meltdowns, and the list goes on. But even as we face these challenges, it is forcing us to think about what can be done about them. As teachers, we often know that young people are bursting with ideas on what could be done to make a difference in society and the world. But we also know that sometimes it just remains a fantasy, a dream that doesn't get realized. But the question is, what if these dreams are experimented with and explored for realization? We know from across the world and in India that there are many ordinary people dreaming and accomplishing their extraordinary dreams for bringing a change, not only to their lives, but also to those people who are around them. We felt that at Enactus that it is important to develop the capacities of students and equip them into making change makers themselves. The Enactus at Matasundari College is a platform to hear out these student ideas and see how it can be developed and translated into projects which can be enabling for the communities that young people choose to work in. Most students have come with a keen desire to change hard situations in the world around them, and it is this energy and willingness that we really respect and we hope to lead towards social enterprise and skills. The vision for initiating this platform for students is so that various ideas for change can be shared, argued out, competed for, so that the best ideas thrive. At the same time, we sincerely hope that with these wonderful ideas, students learn to collaborate and work with each other and the communities around them so as to translate these ideas into workable projects that are big or small, but makes a difference. Students who start out now may want to continue with this work in future. It is possible that you find your life's true calling with this work. For students, the college could become the place to start this exploration. We welcome your ideas and will assist you in honing it. Right at the outset, I would like to thank the principal, Professor Harpreet Kaur, for her enthusiastic support for realizing student and faculty ideas. She has been the founder convener of Enactus in the college. The other members of the Enactus, I would like to introduce you. Let me introduce you to the team of teachers and student coordinators who can be reached out. Ms. Kavaljit Kaur from the Commerce Department is the advisor. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Radhika. You're always welcome.
Ms. Gurvinder Kaur is the co-convener. Thank you, Gurvinder. Ms. Menaka Ahlawat from the English Department is the student coordinator. Ms. Jasmeet Kaur from the Commerce Department is the teacher coordinator. Our student coordinators are Jivika, thank you Jivika, Anureet, thank you Anureet, Mansi Khattar. They're always available, and I'm Radhika. You can also reach out to me. Everybody is available. So the thing is, if you have any idea that you would want to experiment out with, to make into a project, we would be most eager to help you. There is a process and procedure for that. You can reach out to the student coordinators, and through the student coordinators, we can work out these ideas. Today's program emerged out of a discussion on the concerns around the solid waste that our communities are generating, and how do we deal with this crisis of mounds of garbage that is generated. And I welcome our experts for today, Mr. Rominder Srivastav and Mr. Amit Arora. Uh, uh, Kawaljit ma'am has been kind enough to mention about the expertise of our resource person, and we felt this was a good opportunity to learn from their experience and their work. And, uh, and we hope that at the end of this exercise, from these ideas that emerge, some project ideas can also emerge out of it. I would like to request the before, I mean, we have, I would like you to take, I would like to take you through some of the glimpses of last year's activities. But before that, I would request our principal, ma'am, who has been the convener of, the founding convener of Enactus, to take us through her ideas, and also to share with us what she visualizes from this platform for students. Madam.
Yes, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning.
And on behalf of Mata Sundari College family, I extend very warm welcome, first of all, to the guest, Mr. Upendra Shivasav, who is Technical Head, Swachh Bharat Mission, and Mr. Ajay Arora, founder of the Waste Management Corporation. And I think it is so relevant that these two people have joined us, and they have spared their valuable time to join us on this, you can say, inaugural function of Enactus, because Enactus had been working earlier, but it was a haphazard kind of effort, and now I think we are going to be more systematic with the whole team with us. And the advisor of the team, Ms. Kamarjeet Kaurji, and also Radhika, Gurvinder, and all the student coordinators and the team. And they will come up with good ideas. The students will come up with good ideas, and the whole vision behind Enactus, that is to create a better and more sustainable world. And through experience, we can solve the crisis of the world through the experiences. The small efforts will make a lot of difference, and that is why any idea generated from anywhere really makes an really is appreciable, and makes an effort into creating a world which is much better place to live in. So, Enactus, as I know, has been there in the campus for quite some time, in other campuses, and they have been doing quite a lot. The team have come up with new ideas, social innovations, and they are also gaining experience, and it is also going to help them in their careers. But this team of students have been conducting a lot of exercises for the college, for the community, also doing quite a lot for to the Swachh Bharat mission, and also the building the toilets, which was the campaign of government. The students have helped quite a lot to build these toilets, especially in the rural areas. So many new ideas have come from the team of Enactors. I'm talking across other colleges, and even other countries for that matter. Then also identifying the problems, what are the problems in the society, and how we have to solve, how these complex issues can be solved. So this problem solution is actually what we focus upon. The Enactus team also can take up the community projects, that how we can benefit the community, how the college can outreach to the community, and they are going to be really motivated, and they will understand the issues which are there in the society, which are impacting the environment adversely. So that is why Enactus, that way, at this level, at the college level, these kind of teams are very appreciable, because they are inculcating this whole concept, this whole value, that environment has to be protected. If we have to live very nicely, if we have to live in a healthy manner, environment has to be protected, and small efforts thereby will make a lot of difference. Now, this Enactus as such is a whole team of 72,000 students who are entrepreneur, who are value driven social innovators, and they are across 36 countries, and also impacting various lives, various millions of people. And I remember the last time, I think last to last year, it was the final which was held in US of their whole event at those ideas. And the students from Delhi of Enactus also went to the US, and they presented their ideas there. So this team is not only of colleges, is not only impacting the college level, but in India, but also at world. They are making their presence felt. Their ideas are reaching out at the world level. So not only at the community level, not only at the college level, but at the world level, and that is, I think, quite appreciable. Then what we have to do is, this Enactus team has to be guided by the, of course, the mentors who are here. We have named the mentors also. And but you have to identify the problems, try to find perspective solutions, and also, assess that how my community is actually facing problems, and how these problems can be solved. And so Enactus means a better life for all the people of the world. And that is why we have started this Enactus team in our college. Of course, true and truthful living is by and large our mission, our value, and everything. So we focus our lives on that. And that is why Enactus will be true to the environment. This is my sincere hope. And they will impart value-based education amongst the young generation, and so that people know about the value of environment. And especially when they come out and reach out to the masses by their own work in their professional space, then I think this kind of attunement is going to help them quite a bit. And that is why community is going to benefit, and also their professional lives are going to benefit. And so that is why we have come up with this Enactus team. And I'm sure this Enactus team will have new ideas, and we will try to implement them. And they will also find means and resources how to implement them. And there are whole host of industries who are going to offer you, they are ready to offer you many things if you have certain ideas. So small ideas make a difference. Just put your mind together, just think about it, find the solution to the problems, and I think we will make a mark. So all the best to my Enactus team, the new Enactus team, and congratulations to all that who have been a part of it. Now, about the topic today. The topic today, I think it is really very pertinent because solid waste management is really an upcoming thing. Because we have to, and I think the title which is there, which we have, the students have picked up, the student waste management. We reap what we throw. I think that's very catchy because it explains everything. That the kind of the lifestyle you are pursuing, that lifestyle is going to impact you and impact others also. So how we are throwing the waste, how and how we are collecting it, treating or disposing solid waste is by and large very important thing. Because we know improper disposal creates unsanitary conditions, and a lot of pollution is also there because of that. And it also is a source of vector borne diseases spread by rodents, insects, and so on. And we have seen the whole scenario changing. You see the Delhi borders. I think there those kind of heap of solid waste which is now there was not there few years back. And there was also a mishap when a part fell on some cars and some vehicles, and the foul smell emitting from them from there is really dangerous. And sometimes their fire also breaks out, and there is nobody to take care of it. So and the same thing, a few days back I saw in the newspaper that how that particular area was cleaner in this lockdown period, and now again that haze and that smog and everything is there, and foul smell is emitting. So it is our own act that this kind of carelessness which is there regarding treating solid waste is really a thing which should be understood. And and there are many countries and municipal corporations of many countries who have treated them so nicely. For example, in London, I think most of the energy which is coming is through the municipal waste. So we can think about it, we can treat the solid waste, and we can use it for as a positive energy also. But what is lacking in India, if I see, there are a host of laws, and these laws are very very positive and very effective also. But where is the problem? The problem lies in the implementation. We are not implementing them properly, we are not following. And even if I see my individual bit, I'm sure if I go to another country, I'm so conscious. I will not throw anything on the roads and something. But here, even common people are very careless about it. There is a lot of fine also if you throw things or litter around, but nothing happens as such. And nothing happens, implementation is not there. The laws are in place, but the problem lies in what is not being implemented, and what is not being there in the values of the people. We are not thinking about it. It's not a part and parcel of our thinking. The same thinking changes when I go out, and when people are moving there, because you know that there could be a fine, or because the place is so clean you don't feel like littering around. Why can't we do the same thing? So and how we are disposing our waste, I think even in the common household we are not segregating the waste. Municipality and all, even the government is trying to separate the bins, and there are certain places where in Delhi also, where we find that these kind of bins are there. But yet we know that we are also not following normally that dry waste, and other kind of waste and other infectious waste. And this kind of a problem came in when COVID was there, and a host of masks and surgical instruments which are thrown without any treatment, and they were lying on the streets and so on. So these kind of problems come now also. Then what we have to do is basically just follow the law, because I feel in India we have plenty of laws, but we are not following. And wherever the law is silent, try to be more proactive, and try to understand that this is not to be done, and also that it should be a part of our mindset. And then I think things will improve. We have a long way to go. We have to understand that we have to change our mindset. And that is why this society has been created, that you inculcate this thing in your minds, and also in minds of other college students, so that you understand that these problems should not be there, and try to tell them that they should not be there, and also come up with innovative ideas how to solve it. Because the whole crisis of Mother Earth can be solved only at the grassroots level. There can be international laws, there can be national laws, but until and unless we change ourselves, things will not be better. So with these words, I welcome both the speakers for today, and again congratulate my entire team of faculty members and students, and also the participants who are here to listen to this. Thank you very much.
Thank
you,
you, madam.
ma'am. Thank you.
I think you've taken us through all the elements of, say, for instance, what we must pay attention to while looking at a project, and from awareness itself to the technical aspects, to coming up with ideas, generating resources. I think there are many leads that you have taken us through, and also, of course, the overall umbrella of Enactus itself. And I think students that taking on from some of the ideas that ma'am has suggested, we can develop these projects. There have been some projects that have been done last year, because it was it was the initial year of the program itself. So the thing is, it was primarily experimenting and exploring some of these ideas. I would request Gurvinder to take us through some of the glimpses of last year, and some of the activities that were done?
Right. Right. Thank you, Dr. Radhika. Thank you, Principal Ma'am. And it's actually an honor and a privilege to be here sharing with you glimpses of activities of 1920. Before I share the glimpses, uh, the motto of our college says, Sacho ore sabko, Uppar such achar. Truth is the highest virtue, and still higher is true living. So we took some baby steps towards one of the most important aspect of this true living, and that is, as Principal Ma'am just mentioned, as Radhika Menon just mentioned, that this is being sensitive to the needs of environment and being sensitive to the needs of community and being sensitive to the needs of others. So I would like to congratulate the team for taking these baby steps towards true living. And here are some glimpses. We started with e-waste collection drive and we were able to collect around 33 kgs of waste. This project was in collaboration with Chintan, and Chintan assured that whatever waste is being collected, either it will be reused or it will be disposed of in environmentally safe manner, as per the law put forth by Ministry of Environment, Government of India. After that, we came to another small thing that was, okay, this is 33 kgs of weight being collected from our college, the certificate. And then we came up with this project T3 anemia camp, which was testing and treatment. 862 students were tested, out of which 3 were really anemic, and treatment was offered to them. Some were mildly anemic, counseling was done, and importance of diet was explained. The other was Project Ashna. This was in collaboration with NGO Space for All. Here, our students spend time with underprivileged students, making them aware of hazards of pollution. And then on another occasion, they were inspired to actually take interest in history of India. And these pictures say a little. I would like to just add one thing. The smiles I saw on the faces of Team Enactus, and the smiles I saw on the faces of those underprivileged students, those are beyond words. I could actually witness the joy of sharing. And this brings us to these 2 projects. One is Sustainability Watch. This was in collaboration with Canteen, where Canteen people were requested to put their vegetable waste or all such organic waste in the earthen pots, which had been stationed near Canteen. The idea is to turn those into organic manure. The manure not only can be used in the subsequent project, which I'll just talk about. Also, the idea was to be a social entrepreneur and actually, generate revenues by selling this manure. The other was Project Veggie Village. We all know the chemicals and the pesticides which are being used for farming, how they are taking toll on our health. So we came up with this project, Veggie Village, where students actually started planting capsicum and tomatoes. Again, the idea was to sell these, generate revenue, and actually doing some entrepreneurial action to make a world a better place for us. So I would say these were the baby steps. And with this, we hope to be back soon to the college and reactivate these projects, apart from taking up those projects which Dr. Radhika Menon and Principal Ma'am so nicely told us, and we will find some opportunities and actually find the problems at the grassroots level and try to take steps to solve those problems. With these words, I'll stop here. Thank you.
Thank you, Gurvinder. Thank for showing us some of the pictures from last year. I'm sure students, you realize that it's your ideas that will finally get translated into action. Our job is to help you. Now we proceed towards a greater understanding of solid waste management itself. I request our student coordinators to take on, introduce our speakers, introduce the subject, and welcome to Mr. Uminder Srivastav and Mr. Ajay Arora. We are grateful that you've taken time out to be here with us.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So I will take time to introduce our domain experts. So Mr. Ajay Arora, he's into business activities, which includes path lab, telecom mining, and waste management related activities. In waste management, he's into solid waste management activities like setting up integrated plant of OWC, biomethane, etc. He's currently handling the biomedical waste in Jaipur and nearby areas. So he's also carrying out biomining activities at a few places of India. And now I'd like to talk about Mr. Uminder Srivastav. And Mr. Srivastav is a certified lead auditor, ISO 14001 environment and a waste management expert with an experience of over 21 years. Along with this, he's also the technical head with Swachh Bharat Mission, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Government of India. He has successfully executed and commissioned several waste management and sanitation projects at all the levels. Besides this, he has also been interacting with technical institutes of repute like NHAI, National Green Tribunal, etc., for exchanging knowledge and seeking support. Thank you so much, sir, to be here. And well, I can go on about our domain experts, but due to the time restrictions, I'd like Minka ma'am to take over the webinar. And over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Anupreet. I welcome our guest, our domain experts. It's such an honor to hear about, solid waste management from those who have been working right in the field. It's a privilege that is not afforded to us every day. So we really cherish this opportunity. I'd request our domain experts to please share their presentation, give us a little brief about the work that they've been doing.
Minka, am I
Yes,
audible?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have shared my presentation with you.
Yes, sir. I'll just start sharing.
Can you run through that presentation? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Is it visible to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
So should I start?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So before I start, let me just put my feelings before you all that I am really thrilled just because I feel that the people I'm talking with or the people where I'm going to present this presentation are one of the most literate people. And कहते हैं कि जब गुरु सामने होता है तो पहले तो गुरु प्रणाम करना चाहिए गुरु को. तो मेरा चूंकि मैं कभी 12th के बाद I have never seen any college. Only I've went to colleges to deliver lectures and my presentations on this subject. But चूंकि आज गुरु लोग मेरे सामने हैं और मैं बहुत भावुक हो चुका हूँ और मेरा ये क्षण बहुत अद्भुत होता है हमेशा. So Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deve Maheshwara, Guru साक्षात पर ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. तो आप लोगों के चरणों में मैं अपने आप को अर्पित करता हूँ और प्रेजेंटेशन शुरुआत करता हूँ आप लोग लेकर के. Yes. When we talk about the waste, can you go to the next slide, please? This is what we see waste like. Okay. When we say that what is a waste, so we can find a lot of scrambled things all around us. It could be a litter, it could be a waste, it could be a stream where a lot of littering is there. So, but it is only a kind of perception. If you see, it's one's perception only, like a scrambled world. But if you properly arranged it can transform into a beautiful and meaningful sentence. Similarly, it is with the waste too. Next, please. Like if we segregate, store, and process it properly and scientifically, it will remain no more a waste and can become a resource. It can become a resource like something. In India, if you talk about, let us talk about the scenario in India. Why this rule has come into force? क्योंकि कहते हैं भय बिन प्रीत न जागे गोसाई, बिना भय के प्रीत भी नहीं होता है. Without fear you will not fall in love also. Similar is the case with the waste also. This rule was enforced in year 1998, then it was amended in year 2000, and then it was again redrafted and re-amended in year 2016 and 18. Why? Because the public has developed a old practice of taking waste as a waste only. They were not taking waste as a resource or anything. And because of this, a lot of challenges were developing throughout the India. Not only throughout India, but it became a global problem. And thus, this rule was drafted, which was named as the Solid Waste Management Rules 2016, which was notified in on 8th of April 2016. So if we talk how much the waste is generated, the research report says that the waste generates around 300 to 500 grams per day per capita. That means if you can this way you can calculate the waste is produced, how much waste is produced by your own college. So with this thumb rule formula, you apply and you can easily calculate that how much quantum of waste is produced also. Similarly, in India, currently, if you say that only 30% of the waste is being managed, which is not a healthy figure, because out of 100%, if 30% is being managed, then where the rest 70% is going? Then we will see that all the 70% of the waste is going to the landfill. That means it is going as in an unscientific manner. It is dumped in the landfills. As Principal Madam was saying that she was narrating an example of Gazipur dump site where the entire waste slipped down and it fall on some two vehicles were there. So it killed around 3 people in that. So this kind of incident is not it is a frequently you witness such kind of incident either in form of this kind of accident or there is always a smokes or the fires, which is not only impacting a 1 person or 2 person, but it is impacting entire atmosphere. So waste is getting difficult to handle, and thus this is a right time where when we need to think on it and we have to act on it. As you said that your this mission name is also Enactus. Enact us. If we break it like this, that it says that first thing where we have to work is that on ourselves. We have to act on us first, not on the others. Because if we act from ourselves, then only we are able to teach others, able to preach others, and we can implement and we can practice good things at least. Uh, this is some of the figures which I have taken from the my ministry sites only. That as for the CPCB, because CPCB is one of the body of the environment Environment and Forest Ministry. It is a part of that ministry, which name as the Central Pollution Control Board, which says that the solid waste, if you take solid waste as a whole, then out of that 100%, around 50 to 55% is organic waste, and rest are the recyclable components and scraps and metals, etc. So the major component where the most challenging part is dealing with the organic waste, because organic waste is the only waste which really impact a lot on the atmosphere or the environment, because it releases a lot of leachates which are toxic in natures and which percolate to the groundwater table, and that it create a lot of diseases, gastric problems and all. And if and the rest of the things like the recyclable components, if we talk about, is having plastics as a major threat to the environment, because plastics consist a lot of chlorine, and if it is burnt in an unscientific manner or disposed of in an unscientific manner, it is going to release a lot of furans and toxic gases, the HCl-like gases, the NOx, the sulfur oxides, which are which we also call it as a greenhouse gases, and which destroy the ozone and also impact on the global warming also. So these are the components which we'll have to look into, and we have to ensure its safe management. I'm not saying the disposal, I'm talking about the management. So we have to look into the management of all this waste. So if we will not manage this waste in a proper manner, then another fact which is representing on your right hand side is that every by 2030, the India will be having a size of the Bangalore size city size landfills. We require that kind of landfills, big size landfills. So, and land is a challenge. Land is in a limited manner, and we cannot waste our resources like this. So it has to be managed effectively. Next, please. This is the generation trend, which shows that how the Indian cities are contributing drastically into the waste management sector. Like Delhi is producing the maximum quantum of waste per day, which is almost more than 9,620 metric tons of waste per day they are generating. Then it is followed by Mumbai, then Kolkata, and as we go, Minka, I could not see the entire slide. It is coming half the slide. Do I need to run my slide or what?
Is this a better view?
No, it's cutting. Shh. Yeah, no. Okay, this is okay, no issue.
Yeah.
But the students are able to see all this? I doubt.
No, it is
not readable one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not this. Actually, if you can put it into the slideshow, it might be better.
Yeah, put it in the slide one. Yeah.
This is slide.
Okay.
But I think it's cutting for sir.
Yes.
Maybe you can just move it up when he asks for it.
Okay. I mean, this is my full screen, so it's not really allowing me to go up or down on the slide. This is full for me.
No, sure. Let me.
Fine.
You carry on with that
It's fine.
slide. I will go by my slide, because then it will be easy to look into that way. Okay. So likewise, if you see that how the waste is drastically growing, it is growing almost 3 to 4% per annum basis. And the similar is with the population also. The population, as the population is increasing, as you see in the second graph below, similarly is the waste is also increasing on a per annum basis. So now this, because of this, we have to act well, firmly on this, and thus the institutional arrangements has been made. Like, and these are the institutions of the government of India, which are making a lot of policies, they are coming out with a lot of acts and making it mandatory, not only to the urban local bodies, but also on the public, the citizens, whosoever is generating the waste, whether it's a solid waste or whether it's any other kind of waste. And as you know, that waste is not only a solid waste; it can be a biomedical waste, it can be a liquid waste, it can be a hazardous waste, it can be a industrial waste. So there are not many categories of the waste. So then this Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has come out with several acts and rules for imposing this strict this practices, that every urban local bodies and the waste generator has to follow this. There are two things in, if we go by this institutional arrangement, one is the Gramin and the second one is the urban area. The Gramin is looked after by this Drinking Water and Sanitation Ministry of Jal Shakti, and the urban areas are looked after by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. And both these two bodies, though these two ministries are helping the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change to come out with the different kind of notifications, supportive rules and acts that can help prevent the environment and prevent further damage to the atmosphere. And these are the policy and the acts making bodies. But if you go below this, these are the bodies at the state level and at the local level who are the implementing or executing bodies. So at the state level in rural, there is a directorate, there is a district at the block level, and there is a gram panchayat. Whereas on the urban side, there is a directorate of urban local bodies and the urban local bodies. This urban local bodies means what? This means that it's a municipal corporation, this Nagar Panchayat, Nagar Palika Parishad, likewise. So these are the implementing body who implement the acts and rules on the local area. So, and the budget is sanctioned from the ministry, and which and this urban local bodies and the gram panchayats utilize those budget to implement the best practices at the bottom level, base level. Next, please. This is, as we all know, that ministry in the Modi government has made it. This is a dream project of the Modi Saab, and which was started in 2nd of October 2014, and which completed its first 5-year plan and the phase 1. And now this is the phase 2 plan, which will be lasting till 2025. Under this plan, they are focusing not only on the waste as a waste management, but they are also focusing on the sanitation also. Sanitation, when we talk about the sanitation, we mean with that it includes the road sweeping, it includes the cleaning of the sewerages, it includes providing the toilet facilities and ensuring that the fecal which is generating out of that is properly transported, treated, and disposed of in a scientific manner. So either ministry, whether it's a rural ministry or whether it's a urban ministry, both have significantly achieved a lot of its laid targets. Like in India, if we talk about the entire India is now ODF, open defecation free, which is a really appreciating thing. And in urban also, if we say, so there is almost 90% in urban area has become open defecation free. When we talk about open defecation free, that means that the facility which is provided is to that every citizen can avail a safe hygiene toilet facilities. Okay. Similarly, when we talk about the waste management part, then in rural areas, the achievement is not very significant, because earlier they were focusing more on the sanitation part, that means building of toilets and providing other infrastructure things. And similar was with the urban also. And but now, when this ministry started the Swachh Bharat mission, that time this processing was only up to the 13% level. But with the after introduction of the Swachh Bharat mission, the achievement is that today it is around 30 to 35% of processing and scientific disposal of waste is taking place, which is a commendable task by the ministry in last 5 years. So now in next 5 years, now they are having objective that the entire India will not only become ODF, but will also ensure 100% processing and disposal of the this municipal solid waste. Next, please. So when we talk about this, the approach of the government, similarly the approach has changed with the waste management also. Earlier, the waste was seen as a nuisance factor, as a global nuisance, but now the waste is considered as a resource, or as a now it is being looked as a opportunity now throughout the India. And this has all come because of a lot of entrepreneurs have started making a lot of research into this sector, and they have come to understand that waste is not a waste, it is a resource. So earlier the linear economic approach was adopted, where the waste was was only recycled, and recycled, like organic was converted into the manure part, and the other thing was like the plastics were converted into the converted to the granules, and from granules they were converted to different kind of components. So there was a little bit the income was there, like in the sale of the plastics as a recyclable products. But now, if you see, but in the earlier one, the linear economic approach, at that time, the around 40 to 50% of the waste was going to the landfill. But in this circular economic approach, which is now the ministry which is targeting about, here they are planning that the entire approach should be made in such a manner that the waste becomes no waste. That means there should be no landfilling things. The waste, which is whichever it comes in whichever manner, be it organic waste can be converted into different things, like it can be converted into the compost, it can be converted into as a fuel also, fuel in sense, because it can generate methane, and methane is a combustible gas which can be converted into an electricity also, and it can be further treated and cleaned and compressed, and can be used as a CNG gas or PNG gas or LPG gas also. So this way, the wet waste can be managed, and similarly is with the plastic waste also. Plastic waste are now being converted into a fuel, that is a liquid fuel, and it can be used as a RDF. RDF is a like a green coal, okay, and other waste which were like inerts. So earlier the inerts were used for the landfilling purpose, but now the inerts are used for making bricks, tiles, paper blocks. So now entire waste is now segregated at source, and when it is segregated at source, then it can be easily managed, and can be converted into a resource value. So the now the approach of the government has changed, and which is now generating a lot of employment opportunity as well, and thus there's an opportunity lies into the waste management sector also. Next, please. Yeah. Here, if you see that by 2021, India's waste management sector is expected to be worth US $13.62 billion dollars, with an annual growth rate of 7.17. This is which I have taken from a World Bank report, just which has come to the ministry. So these kind of opportunities are there. With the growth in the manufacturing and domestic consumption, India's total waste production is set to increase from its current annual rate of 62 million tons to a whopping 162 million tons by 2030. That means almost 150% jump we are going to witness by 2030. So if there's so much tremendous waste production is going to happen, then there is a chances of increase of opportunities also. So let us not see like it happened in COVID pandemic time also, that in COVID pandemic, where this was taken as a threat. So on the other hand, many of the other entrepreneurs has taken it as a opportunity also. So we should see that how a threat can be converted into an opportunity. Similarly is with the waste management also. So there is a tremendous scope in the waste management sector. There are lot many things are coming up into the waste management sector. A lot of development has taken place in the waste management sector, and now waste is being seen as a resource. Again I'm focusing on this. The waste has become a resource now. Many of the entrepreneurs in these sectors are contributing a lot into this. They are start making a startups in the waste management sectors. If you go to the next slide, please. Can you see here I have discussed, I have prepared a flow chart which clearly shows that how the waste which is coming to a processing facility, how this is segregated into a different kind of components, and entire components has got some economics in this, and all this waste can be recovered fully and can be converted into a wealth. Next, please. This is a case study of my colleague only, Mr. Ajay Arora Company, Waste Management Corporation. This is a successful case study which we have taken up in the with the ministry also, and it is placed with the ministry also now. That this company, Waste Management Corporation, which was constituted in year 2016, and just in a span of 3 to 4 years, they have come out with a lot of things into this segment, and is now considered as one of the successful company and the fastest growing company in this segment. They have got a trunky consulting uh, opportunities. Lot of see these opportunities are why I am highlighting all these opportunities, because there are a lot of students who will just pass out from the colleges, and then they will just wonder where they should plan their future career. So these are the sectors where they can really plan their future career with. And one career they can plan with the trunky consulting services, because consulting services is also having a booming opportunity in Indian uh, context. If you see, like and there in waste management sector, there is a consulting opportunity in the municipal solid waste management, biomedical waste management, hazardous waste management, leachate waste management, fecal sludge management, dump site management, remediation, construction demolition debris. What is this construction demolition debris? See, till date we have been seeing that what are the construction demolition debris used to come out from the various construction sites was considered as a nuisance. But now this construction debris are used to convert entire debris into another useful components. E-waste management. E-waste is another booming sector, I tell you. Decentralized waste management opportunities are these are the service sector segment where people can just become an entrepreneur, and they can set up this kind of facilities. Decentralized waste management services, then the centralized waste management services. What is the difference between the centralized and the decentralized? Decentralized waste management services are now being focused more. Why? Because it is believed that if the waste can be managed at a local level, then it will be great, beneficial to the environment as well as economics also. Economic wise, if you see, because transportation costs a lot. Okay, so if it can be managed locally, it will be great. Else, we have the another option of the centralized waste management, where the entire city's waste is transported at a central place, and where the waste is treated, processed, and disposed of in a scientific manner. So this decentralized option has been introduced in the current rule 2016. Earlier, it was not there in the rule. Then specialized facility management services, like every big facilities, be it a college or universities, or be it hotels or the industries, everywhere there is a requirement of housekeeping, there is a requirement of waste management, because waste, till there is a life, there will be a waste. So it is an ongoing process. So every facility would certainly require, even in your college also, your principal must be knowing that how much they are spending on management of the this class 4 employees, and for management of the waste, because they are also paying also lot many things out of their pockets. But if they start managing this waste at their local level, I tell you this, they can start generating revenues out of this. So if they are spending 100 rupees, then the around they will be spending 10 to 20 rupees onward, then means they will be saving almost 80% of the money which they are spending on till date. So they should work on this decentralized waste management approach also, that if it is a bulk waste producing establishment, then they should have some of the things they can manage inside also. They can place organic waste composters there, and this way they can generate some revenue out of this. Okay, then there are technology solutions also. This is a product selling opportunities, where many companies are into this kind of opportunity now. They're encashing this opportunity, and like a containerized biomethanization plant are there, mechanized organic waste composters are there. There are lot many handling tools and equipments are there. Personal protective gears, which are now having a booming business after this COVID pandemic has taken place. So these are also a part of the waste management only. So equipments, biomedical waste collection bags. Now these are the special bags. These are not ordinary plastic bags. These are the non-chlorinated bags. Health and hygiene products. Uh, this information technologies, like the GPS, the central command centers are also having a booming this opportunities in this segment, like GPS scanners, integrated control command centers, barcodings. So people, if they have a IT this IT interest also, they can also plan their this future career with this waste management segment. Next, please. So this is a brief something about the what waste management corporation they have, what kind of resources they have. They have the team experts who have mastered Swachh Bharat mission procurements, such survection you must have heard, everybody must have been knowing about. Indore, from last 3 years, Indore is coming number one as a Swachh city. So which was the city this time, 2020, anybody can say? This time also it was Indore only. So, Swachh Sarvekshan, everybody must know this. Why this Swachh Sarvekshan has, and this Swachh Sarvekshan has been taken into this Guinness Book of World Record. This is the largest Sarvekshan on this planet. No other this Sarvekshan, such a big, huge Sarvekshan where more than 120 crore of people have participated, has taken place like this. So star ranking, now the your city will be now ranked in a star way. Like you might be saying there's a 5-star hotel, 3-star hotel, 4-star hotel. Similarly, now your city will also be ranked in a star manner. That there is a 7-star city, there is a 5-star city, there is a 3-star city, there is a 2 and 1-star city. Likewise, okay. Then ODF is one component, the open defecation free. But there now we have there are people who are introducing ODF plus also, and ODF plus plus also. That means, like in Noida, if you come to the Noida, you'll see that Noida has been declared as a ODF plus plus city. Why ODF plus plus city? Because if you go to any public toilet, there you will find that each public toilet is equipped with a lot of good things, like they have the washer, they have dispensers, they have a sanitary vending machines, the incinerators, uh, and clean 24 into 7 hours of this service, this free service is available in every toilet. And every toilet is such a beautiful toilets you see, and hygienely maintained toilets, that you won't find well, you will find the similar kind of toilets in only in star hotels likewise. So that kind of now cities are coming out with that kind of approach also. So these are the good things which we witness in because of this Swachh Bharat mission initiatives. And yes, their key resources are leading manufacturers in India, central, state, and local government. Then significant milestones. The company has started giving some consulting projects also for the waste management, and Maruti Suzuki has given them some contract, and they have adopted 5 villages under this program of Swachh Bharat Mission. And similarly, this company is providing biomedical services in city of Jaipur. Company is having more than 70 satisfied client, which include the government, PSUs, Fortune 500 companies, etc. Next, please. This is the one growth rate of the company. If you see how significantly the company is growing in just 3 years, the company has lived to 3+ crore of target, and they are anticipating almost 7+ crore target by next financial year. This is a big achievement for a startup like company, and at least you will be happy to know that in just 3 years they are able to employ more than 50 people on their payrolls. This is a direct employment to the people or in the executive cadres. And if you see indirect employment, if you talk about the people who are handlers of the waste, then it is more than 100 people. They are earning significant and a respectable income from this company, Waste Management. So this way, the Waste Management Corporation has come out as a successful company in this segment. And this is only right now India has achieved only what I have said. India has achieved only 30%. So 70% is still the opportunity is lying before every entrepreneur, budding entrepreneur. Anybody can achieve this thing. Next, please. This is where I wish to end. And though I believe that in front of the teachers, because teachers are always a good communicator and a good orator, but I'm a thorough technical person, so I'm not such a good orator, but I wish I have been able to deliver what was expected from me. I thank you. And this is a Swachhata Plus. I feel that the principal madam should get this pledge done from all his students and staff. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that fantastic and thorough presentation. I think I speak for everyone when I say that the subject of waste management often is something that we either are not encouraged to think about, like our industries, our lifestyle, which is all about consumption, presents products in such an attractive way that it's all about consuming. We are not encouraged to think what happens after we consume. So this part of the life cycle of objects we are not encouraged to think about, or when we do think about them, we often find that it is such a large scale problem. It's so disorganized, we don't know how to break it down. So I really thank you for this presentation, which broke it down into chunks, told us that it is very much not just something that is manageable, but something that we are managing so well as a country that we are reaching global heights, we are making records. So I think personally, as someone who tries to live consciously, I undergo a lot of anxiety and guilt when I think of all the waste that I'm producing. But to think that this is not just a destructive process, but a productive process that generates energy, generates employment, that it could on some level be actually good if we if we consume and then do something with that waste. I think this is the kind of attitude change which a lot of our viewers, our participants are also undergoing. So thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. Thank you, Minka.
I now request Mr. Ajay Arora, who, as we've heard about his introduction, he's been working with biomedical waste and bio waste a lot. So if he could please share with us what are the unique challenges and opportunities when it comes to that kind of waste, we'd be really grateful.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning,
Good morning,
sir.
sir.
First
Maybe
of all, I would like to
sir, sir, if you could,
yeah,
we can't
please.
see your face, so if you could arrange the camera such that we can see you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Am I? Is it? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Is it fine now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. First of all, thank you, everyone. The principal madam and the teachers and the Jivika who has taken the initiative to conduct such kind of
I think sir has I think Mr. Arora has left the meeting by accident. I think he should be joining us back. There is some technical issues of connectivity, but he will surely join us back.
Yeah, Radhika, meanwhile, I would request if there is any questions, we can take up the questions.
Yes,
We
that's
can
a good
save
idea.
Save some time. And all.
Maybe students can begin your questions.
There was some issue with the solely things. As you say, people say that teachers जो है समाज के निर्माता, they are the one type of constitutionals for the civic space. People are so much of platforms related to school children and all that. I ask the teachers to raise your voice for some civic societies people. You should request them that each each and every student should have at least 5 to 10 minutes chapter for making this thing very clear. What should be the solid waste management rule? What we should do to make our society clean, green, like traffic norms, like bank norms. Form of graduation. So I'll that if people are interested to have entered into a business of solid waste management, few points we
Ajay ji,
consider.
we
One of
cannot
those
hear
points,
you.
if you have heard about Madam Sunita Narayan, who,
Ajay ji,
hello,
we are unable
am I
to hear
audible?
you.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's a
now,
bit better.
now
Maybe,
that's
maybe, sir,
It's audible now?
if the video, if you could try speaking with your video off, it might be possible that we might be able to hear you better.
Yeah, I have to stop my video now. Is it
Yeah.
audible now?
Yes, sir. It's much
Yeah.
better.
So I will, yeah. So I will address to the students, those who are willing to enter this business, they must have remembered the beautiful quote given by environmentalist Sunita Narayan. India produces approximately 1,25,000 crores of rupees recyclable every year, out of which only 70 to 75,000 crores value of material is being recovered, and rest 50,000 crores material has never been recovered. So her statement was, if any would have been a mafia of this waste management, he would have been more richer than the Mukesh Ambani. So my few points addressing to my children's students who are taking initiative. Number one, believe in yourself with a positive thought. हम लोग बहुत जल्दी ये कह देते हैं कि हमारे देश में ये नहीं हो सकता, हमारी कंट्री में ये नहीं हो सकता. तो मुझे किसी शायर का शेर याद आता है, कौन कहता है कि आसमान में सुराख नहीं होता, कौन कहता है कि आसमान में सुराख नहीं होता, दर एक पत्थर तो तबीयत से उछालो मेरे यारों. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आप लोगों को अपने ऊपर भरोसा होना चाहिए. यू शुड हैव कॉन्फिडेंस ऑन योरसेल्फ कि अगर मैं कोई काम कर रहा हूं, अगर मैं कुछ काम करना चाहता हूं, तो मैं उसमें कामयाबी जरूर हासिल करूंगा. इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी कि आप अगर इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड से हैं, या आप कॉमर्स बैकग्राउंड से हैं, या आर्ट्स बैकग्राउंड से हैं, तो आप वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट में सक्सेस नहीं हो सकते. ऐसे बहुत से केसेस देखे गए हैं कि जो लोग बाय प्रोफेशन, बाय एजुकेशन डॉक्टर्स थे, लेकिन दूसरे बिजनेस में बहुत कामयाब हुए और अपने प्रैक्टिस में कामयाब नहीं हुए. वर्ल्ड का जो सबसे बड़ा हॉस्पिटल है जो अमेरिका में है, जहां पर 56,000 बेड्स हैं, उनका जो ओनर है, ही इज नॉट अ डॉक्टर. तो आप लोगों को अपने आप पर भरोसा रखना सबसे पहले बहुत जरूरी है. एंड नंबर टू, पैशन विद योर वर्क. इफ यू थिंक आपको अगर ये वेस्ट इंडस्ट्री में आना है, तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपको वेस्ट से प्यार करना पड़ेगा. पैशन विद योर वर्क. एक मुझे अग्नि साक्षी मूवी में नाना पाटेकर ने एक सीन मुझे याद आ रहा है, जहां पर वो लेदर फैक्ट्री में काम कर रहा था उनका मैनेजर, और ही वाज कीपिंग हैंकी ऑन हिज नोज. तो ही डायरेक्टेड हिम कि बॉस, ये नौकरी आपके मतलब की नहीं है, यू लीव दिस जॉब एंड गो एंड जॉइन एन इंसेंस फैक्ट्री, जहां अगरबत्ती बनती हो, जहां खुशबू आती है. अगर आपको किसी इंडस्ट्री में काम करना है, आपको वहां पर पैशनेट होकर काम करना पड़ेगा. नंबर थ्री, डिसिप्लिन. डिसिप्लिन में होते हुए काम करेंगे. आपको सक्सेस होने के लिए डिसिप्लिन तोड़ना पड़ता है, लेकिन डिसिप्लिन तोड़ने के लिए पहले आपको पता होना चाहिए कि डिसिप्लिन की बाउंड्रीज क्या है, डिसिप्लिन की आउटबाउंड लाइंस क्या है. नंबर फाइव, कोई भी काम छोटा नहीं होता. नो वर्क इज अ स्मॉलर वन. ये मान के चलें, आप ये ना माने कि कूड़ा है तो मैं कैसे करूंगा. हमको मारुति का जो प्रोजेक्ट अवार्ड हुआ था, जो उमेंद्र जी ने अभी मेंशन करा, वो सिर्फ इसीलिए अवार्ड हुआ कि जब हम वहाँ लैंडफिल साइड देखने गए, तो मैं लैंडफिल साइड पे इमीडिएटली चढ़ गया, जहां पर बहुत गंदगी थी. तो जैपनीज हैज नोटिस दिस एंड इमीडिएटली, ये बात हमको बाद में पता चली, immediately they have instructed to their people that this work should be awarded to this particular company only, because they have seen the passion, they have seen our affection towards our task. तो आप वेस्ट इंडस्ट्री में आए तो ये मत समझिए कि कोई कूड़े का काम है या कुछ है. काम कोई छोटा नहीं है, काम अपनी आप सोच से करेंगे. और बहुत सी कंपनियां हैं जो वेस्ट इंडस्ट्रीज में हाइट्स को टच कर रही हैं. एंटनी इज अ कंपनी, एंटनी वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट बॉम्बे में जो कर रही है, यू विल बी सरप्राइज्ड टू नो दैट इज 800 करोड़ कैश कंपनी. उनका आईपीओ 5,000 करोड़ रुपए का. आप लोग, और लास्ट पॉइंट बट नॉट लीस्ट, एक्नोटाइज करें. टाइम के हिसाब से अगर आप अपने आप को एक्नोटाइज करेंगे तो आप कामयाब होंगे. अगर एक्नोटाइज नहीं करेंगे, कोडैक, नोकिया, पीपल people have not changed their ideology in that, and they have gone fail into the market. Now I come to the biomedical waste. The Jivika has said question, the biomedical waste. Biomedical waste is really a challenge, but the government has made a rule so stringent rules are there that no one can go out of it. The best part is the government has made a policy where each and every running HCF healthcare facility, whether it is a government, whether it is a private or a hospital or a nursing home or a clinic or any lab, whatever it is, they has to get registered themselves with the pollution control board, and the pollution control boards permits them to carry out their operations only once, and once they are registered with the facility service provider who is collecting the waste from their end. So our team is collecting with all protocols, with all safety gears. The team goes with a specific vehicle designed for particular purpose. They go to the facility, they take the waste into different categories: yellow, green, white, red, hazardous, non-hazardous, human waste, green waste. They collect all waste, whatever waste is being there, they take to the facility. The waste which is not being segregated by the people, by the clinics, by the nursing homes, they get segregated over there. The entire plastic waste is got autoclave. Autoclave means you have to disinfect it, disinfect the entire plastic waste, then you have to shred it. After shedding, you can go to the glass, and make it disinfected, then only you can use it. Best part is the like bandages, in syringes, to be got insulin is a word called to think on a certain height degree temperature. We do incineration at the temperature of 950 to 1150. At such a high temperature, nothing is left behind. Only 5 to 7 is being converted into ash. Ash for ash, we make ash pits.
Sir, I think we've lost your voice. Till Mr. Arora comes back, maybe we can, the students can post the quest, because both the presentation as well as the current lecture by the experts, both of them are being done together. So the questions can be posted both in the chat box as well as to Mr. Uminder here, while Mr. Ajay joins us back.
Jivika, would you like to ask your questions?
Yes, ma'am. So what do you think can Team Enactus do to help you out with the waste? Like, how can Team Enactus be a part of it and help in solid waste management?
Jivika, this question is put to me or to Ajay Arora?
So any of you can ask.
Okay, fine, thank you. Yeah, Jivika, what best we can do is that Enactus, whosoever is willing to contribute into the segment should come and visit a facility at least. Because until you don't see the facility, you will not understand the importance, how the waste is being managed and how it is being handled properly. Okay. And once you will be there on the facility, then you will learn about the waste in actual sense, because just initiating something at home will not help you a lot. Okay, that will certainly be a motivating thing, but if you really want to make some better contribution to the society or even to your college, my recommendation would be that you please come and with your team. At least you should visit a facility in sector 52 Noida, uh, which will help you and your team to understand about the waste as a component and waste as an opportunity, both. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So there's some questions in the chat box as well.
Yeah, please carry on.
Yeah, one of them says, I personally believe that over the years, the responsibility of managing waste has been transferred from producers to the consumers, which is ethically not correct. I do believe consumers should be ecologically conscious to lead a sustainable lifestyle. Although, don't you think the producers should also be held accountable for using non-eco-friendly packaging? Has the country ever taken steps to address the same? Perhaps encourage the producers to use more eco-friendly packaging materials and sustainable processes of production. If not, then how do you think this should be addressed?
Who is the person?
So this is by Meher Pandya.
He is going to be the next entrepreneur, I tell you. Because he has rightly placed the question. Why so? Because see, one thing that he need to understand is that it will be my advice that every each one of you must go through the solid waste management and handling rules 2016, which is drafted in a very simple and unscientific manner. Okay, so anybody whosoever goes through that notification, that rule, will easily understand what are the responsibilities defined for the different stakeholders, be it a producer, be it it's a handler, or it's a urban local body, or even in one where he was talking about is about the plastics. Okay, so this in this rule, they have placed some responsibility for the plastic manufacturers also. What kind of plastic they should produce, what should be the responsibility of the producers, how they should come out with a different kind of plastics as a component, what they should do with the plastic which they produced, like uncle chips. You must have seen uncle chips are there, and then a lot of multi-layer plastics, mlp what we call it. So all this type of plastics, whosoever produce these plastics has to ensure its disposal also, you know. And this has been taken up under the extended producer's responsibility. It is, we call it a EPR, extended producer's responsibility. Under extended producer's responsibility, it is the responsibility of the producer of that multi-layer plastics, or even the Bisleri bottles, or like which we call it a PET bottle, PET bottles, that they have to ensure its safe collection and ensure its proper disposal, uh, how it has to be disposed of. There is one company named by Uflex, UFLEX, Uflex is there, which is in Noida. It's a very big company in sector 64. To understand more about how this company is contributing under this EPR, that the plastics, multi-layer plastics which they are manufacturing, they are sourcing it back from the all the sellers and all the distributors, and then they are converting those multi-layer plastics into a different kind of pallets, which can be recycled and can be converted into a different kind of plastic components, like this granules can be converted into HDPE pipes. These pipes can be used for the drainage purpose also, uh, be it over the ground or the under the ground pipes. And some plastics granules are used for making shoe soles, which we call it as a PU soles. So, and some of the plastics are used in the laying of the roads, bituminous road. And some plastics are used as a co-combustible with the cement industries. Now, instead of having a natural coal, they can use this plastic coals, which we call it a green coal, which we also call it as a RDF. So these things, everybody is now following. And yes, yet there are a lot of things need to be done in this segment. uh, Various urban local bodies are pitching a lot many NGOs to promote the awareness amongst the masses, amongst the handlers, amongst the people who are directly responsible for the management and the ensuring safe disposal of the plastics. So this way, awareness has a tremendous scope also. And yes, plastic need to be the people who are manufacturing it becomes their responsibility to ensure its safe disposal. So these are all already taken into the account and are well placed in the rules which I just mentioned, which is the solid waste management rules 2016. And also there is the supportive rules which is in form of the plastic waste management rules 2016. So I would advise my friend to go through all these two rules, the one, the plastic waste management rules 2016, and the second is the solid waste management rules 2016. Both covers the responsibility of the producers as well as the handlers and waste generators. Thank you.
Ajay ji has joined us, I think, so we can.
Yeah, I'm hearing him.
Yes,
So
maybe
any
sir,
questions from anyone? I have just concluded. Nothing much to say from my end because Mr. Omendra has clarified all the things very minutely and very honestly, very thoroughly. So if anyone has any question regarding the business, because he has all the data pertaining to Swachh Bharat mission related to our country, Nagarpalika, Nagar Nigam. If anyone has any question pertaining to the waste management business or some hurdles, or is thinking that if he or she should enter, but some in their mind, some clarification is being required in terms of registrations, permissions, and all that, I can clarify on that.
Sir, Nandini Manwani is asking what sort of business can be done in bio waste? And I'd like to add one part of that, which is that recently we've been seeing a lot of waste generated due to COVID. So we're seeing masks that are just spread around. And how is the management industry dealing with the risk of infection when it comes to a pandemic scenario?
See,
Okay.
there.
Yeah, please, Umendraji, go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
Yes. See, there are two things in this. One, the waste which are coming out of the healthcare establishments, which are directly coming from the COVID infected people or the healthcare staffs. Okay, and the second, this is coming from the urban areas or the areas from where people are using it as a protective gear and not as that it is not a person who is infected with the COVID, but as a just for the precautionary ground, he has just put on that the aprons, the glasses, the screen, what the face saving screen is there. So likewise, okay, so there are two kind of management is involved into this, and these are all notified by the government and for the respective end users. One is for the people who are managing the solid waste, and the another is the people who are into the biomedical waste management. Okay, for the this all this waste which are coming from the areas which are not which they were using as a precautionary measures also, and as well as the the waste which is coming out of the healthcare establishments, both has to be treated as an infectious one. This is the government has made it mandatory for the end users to understand that this cover, the aprons, everything has to be considered as an infectious material, and the treatment which they have advised is that it has to be collected in a yellow non-chlorinated bags which is labeled with a biohazard symbol, and it will be collected only by the if it is whether it's as this what you call the solid waste management people, or it's a biomedical waste they both have to collect it in the yellow colored non-chlorinated plastic bags labeled with the biohazard symbol, and also mentioning from the source it is coming from. Okay, and then it will be safely transported to the biomedical waste disposal facility, which is whichever is the nearest facility available in that particular city. and it will be only incinerated. Whether it cover a plastic sheet or it cover anything, it will only be incinerated. And this is the advice which is released by the government of India for both biomedical and solid waste handling.
Right. Right. Thank you, sir.
Here I would like to add one thing. Whatever is the
Mhm.
COVID waste over there, it is not allowed to be segregated at the facility. The waste generated from COVID centers or from the airports or from any other areas where this kind of waste is being dumped or stored, the facility, the waste collector specifically comes with a gown, face shield, face mask, gloves, book shoes, bottom shoes, everything they covered with, they will pick up in a separate vehicle. The government has given an instruction that to collect the COVID waste, there should be a separate vehicle designed by the government. There should be no leachate in whole covered body. It will go to the incineration only, where the person has to collect and send it to the automatic feeder system. There should not be any manual intervention before using the COVID waste. The person who is collecting the COVID waste will be periodically, health checkups will be done. They'll be provided with the vitamin C tablets, zinc tablets. Their dresses will be changed on daily basis. Before leaving the facility, they have to change their dresses. They have to come to another dresses. Again, joining on the another day, they'll be issued a new dresses. So most the government is very fantastically, government is taking care the COVID waste so that none of the people other than those who are already infected, it should not be a community spread. This government, we should praise our government that they are handling so beautifully, and it is our appeal to the mass public also that they should not throw their mask in a dustbin of a solid waste management. You keep your mask with you, cut it into 3 pieces, laying with this newspaper, and hand over to the guy who is coming to you to collect your household waste. You can tell him that this waste is should be kept sacred, and ULBs are keeping an arrangement to keep this waste separately at their point from where the service provider is coming to collect those kind of waste and getting incinerated to avoid the further communicate spread into the public. Anything else, please?
Sir, Nandini is requesting that we talk a little more about the business scope of biomedical other than in the COVID area.
Yeah, let me explain you. The government has divided the entire country into different segments. At some areas, it is ULBs. At some area, it is other than ULBs also. Government, time to time, the government comes out with the tenders where these facilities are not available. In fact, it is available in entire area. Earlier, they were restricted to one facility with a radius of 150 kilometers for a particular facility. Now the government has brought down that radius from 150 kilometer to 75-kilometer radius of area where a facility can be established and they can serve with the, as a facilitator. So time to time, the tenders come into the newspaper or tenders come into the portal of the government. It is very well managed through Center CPCB, Central Pollution Control Board, and SPCB, State Pollution Control Board. But State Pollution Control Board has given an authority and the powers to the urban local bodies or at somewhere to the health department to come out with the facility. They come out with a tender. You have to participate into tender. You study the market, then you have to quote the prices with entire infrastructure, and accordingly you have to, if you are in L1, accordingly you have to go with the facility as per the norms laid down by MOEF, Ministry of Environment and Forest, as per the CPCB guidelines and as per the SPCB guidelines. For more details, he or she can call me. I can connect he or him or her to my general manager at Jaipur. They can have a tie-up with them. They can go there. They can have a look the facility over there and come out with their ideas. We are always welcome them.
Thank you so much for those detailed responses. We will, if you allow, share your emails, maybe email IDs with the respondents who want to know more about this industry.
Yeah, let me put my email ID on the chat box. I'm putting my email ID on chat box.
Thank you so much,
And
sir.
anyone can write a mail, but mentioning Enactus or either mentioning Mata Sundari Devi College. The heading should be Enactus or Mata Sundari Devi College.
Right.
Please go ahead. I'm typing my email ID. Please go ahead with
Right.
question, please.
I think we're also running out of time. So
Yes.
if you have more questions, you could email both our experts. Can I request now?
Maybe
Yeah.
Menika? Okay, yeah. See, I think this has been a wonderful discussion because we have got a policy overview, the way of executing these policies, the business point of view, and a lot of technical inputs and a technical understanding of how waste can become a resource and how waste can actually become wealth. I think that's a very interesting learning that we're taking away from today's discussion. The details of our experts are here. I'm sure students would want to, if you're interested in taking up projects, be it, if they're technical projects or even if they're economic, socio-cultural projects around waste, I would request you to reach out with your ideas to the Enactus team, the teachers or the student coordinators whom you have met today. And as we come towards the end of this program, this is only the beginning of it, and I request Jasmeet Kaur to extend a vote of thanks to our esteemed guests.
Thank you, Ms. Menon. Thank you, sir, for
I'll
this.
take, please just please allow only. I would request everyone, we are an NGO called underprivileged education at Badrpur area. Number
So we
two,
lost your voice.
organized call.
So your voice is not audible. It is cracking because of bandwidth issues. So if you could mention the name of this NGO in the chat box, sir, that would help us a lot. Yes, sir has put in the chat box his email ID and the name.
I think we should unmute him for a while first.
He is unmuted. Huh? He can unmute himself.
Yeah, no, now it is being permitted. So NGO called Jan Sharnam, where few students from different colleges are taking care of the education of underprivileged children. Approximately 200 children are being educated over there, a facility near Badrpur. And we have set up around 10 to 12 sewing machines to the women, those who are stitching so much of clothes. They are making rakhis, they are making masks, they are making some Diwali gifts and all that. If anyone wants to get associated with that particular, but to a member, 500 rupees per month is a membership over there. If anyone wants to go and take a lead on teaching the children, on managing their civic society manners and all that, they are most welcome. And number two, I will emphasize to the young generation, please, the society has given so much to you. Your parents, your teachers, your country has given so much to you. It is your liability in turn to return something to the society. It won't take much time. At least an hour, at least half an hour should be devoted to the society. If anyone thinks, "Arey yaar, mere karne se kya hoga? Arey yaar, main nahi karunga to kya ho jayega?" I would request everyone. I am also associated with an NGO called Dehadan, जहां पर आप अपनी आईज डोनेट कर सकते हैं, जहां पर आप अपनी बॉडी डोनेट कर सकते हैं. आपको सरप्राइज होगा जान के कि श्रीलंका जैसी कंट्री, जो इतनी छोटी सी कंट्री है, हमारे देश से ज्यादा आंखें वहां दान होती हैं. हमारी कंट्रीज में श्रीलंका से आंखें आती हैं. ब्लड डोनेट कीजिए, आईज डोनेट कीजिए, कुछ नहीं जाएगा. आप सोसाइटी को कुछ नहीं दे सकते तो जाने के बाद अपना शरीर देके जाइए. It was a small appeal from my end. Nothing is personal. If anyone can join my hands with these two NGOs, he's always welcome. We do financial support also. If anyone is taking some good initiative, the God is there. Our financial resources are there. They are most welcome to get associated with us. We can work. We can move forward to a better environment, to a better country, to a better nation, to a better people, and to a better society. Thank you very much from my end. God bless them all.
Thank you, sir. You have given us many routes ahead. I'm sure we will take up these ideas and the students will be excited enough to pursue them in the projects. I would request Jasmeet to extend the vote of thanks to our guests.
Thank you, Ms. Radhika Menon. So good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Enactus Mata Sundari College for Women, I take this opportunity to thank our expert speakers, Mr. Ajay Arora and Mr. Umendra Srivastav, for sparing time from their busy schedules and sharing their valuable knowledge with us. Sir, we are glad to have you with us today, and it was interesting to know that waste is actually a resource and not just waste. So we at Enactus Mata Sundari College for Women look forward to such projects with you. Thank you for making time for this enriching session. I take pride in thanking our principal ma'am, Professor Dr. Harpreet Kaur, for joining us and addressing this meet. It is through her able guidance and constant support that we have been able to organize this session. She believes in true and truthful living, and she has always been very encouraging for such initiatives. I express my gratitude to Kavaljit ma'am, advisor of Enactus Mata Sundari College. Ma'am, thank you for motivating us always and being our guiding light. We are pleased to have you with us. Grateful to our convener, Dr. Radhika Menon, for her untiring efforts for the success of this event. Again, a big thank you to our co-convener, Ms. Gurvinder Kaur, for extending all her support for the organization of this event. Menka, we would like to thank you for the seamless moderation of this event. Finally, a big thanks to Sangeeta ma'am, who has been our technical support for this event. Now, our student team deserves a special mention. So, team, we are so proud of you, especially for this event, Jivika, Anupreet, Mansi. We know you have put in all your efforts and time for the success of this event. We are grateful to all the participants for their overwhelming response and active participation. Thank you, everyone, for making this session very successful with your valuable contribution. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Stay safe.
Jaspreet. Thank you, Radhika.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Menka.
I would
Thank you,
request
sir.
the
Thank you so
experts to
much.
just stay for a little while, and principal ma'am also. And if you could all open your videos, maybe we can have a picture together. The
That
student
would be great,
coordinators,
Radhika.
student coordinators, please make yourself visible. Maybe all of us. Principal ma'am, maybe let me just check.
Just a minute.
Yeah. Maybe everybody.
Kamal ma'am.
Kamal ma'am?
Yes, can you see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ajay sir,
It's a
maybe
little darker, but I don't know. I can't help it.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Maybe it's because of the light. Where you
Okay, yeah.
light. Sangeeta, if you could also become visible, since you're doing the work most of the time behind the screen. Thank you, Sangeeta. Yeah, maybe we can just take a picture.
Yeah, just a moment, please.
Is it done?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Upinder. Thank you, Ajay
We'll
ji.
surely.
My name is Omendra Shrivastava.
Upinder ji.
No, Omendra. Omendra.
Oh, everybody is saying that. So sorry for that. Sorry. Thanks for correcting me also.
No issue at all.
But we enjoyed a lot. We gained a lot from you. बहुत जो हम लोगों को कई चीजें पता नहीं चलती है ना. So through you, we can gain a lot of information, and I think our students will definitely gain by this. Definitely, they'll take up some ideas and maybe associate it with both of you. Thank you so much.
Reciprocal, ma'am. दोनों तरफ से होता है ये.
Thank you.
Thank you.
नमस्कार.
Thank you. Thank you.
you.
Thank you very much.
We will take up some of your project ideas, sir. And
Yeah, sure, please.
Thank you, Madam Principal. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
For
Thank you, ma'am.
encouraging us always.
Very
Thank
interesting.
you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, thank you.